Alright everybody, what's going on? My name's Brennan Sabalski, and welcome back to another episode of the Average Joe's Fishing Show. I'm here with the lovely Leanne, and today we are shore fishing for brook trout. I'd like to give everybody kind of a rundown on how to catch brook trout from the shore. I do it every year. It's a very early spring this year. It's April 1st today. It's late morning now, and we're going to start fishing. We're going to show you guys the ins and outs of shore fishing and how you can use these tactics and implement them into your style of fishing to catch more fish from the shore in the spring and in the fall. Stay tuned, we're going to teach you a thing or two. I'm looking forward to getting some. My main goal today is to catch a couple trout from shore. Leanne and I, we're going to get a couple. My other main goal for this video is showing everybody out there that watches the Average Joes how exactly we catch trout from the shore. There's one setup that I've been trying to coin the name as the Wayne rig and name it after my dad, because dad showed me this and not a lot of people fish this way. I've actually got quite a few comments online of people finding it interesting that we fish this way. It's very straightforward, and in theory it makes a lot of sense because at this time of the year the ice literally just got off this lake like within the last 3 to 4 days. The fish are still going to be acting very much like they do under the ice. They're going to be shallow because all of the water is still very cold. It's all right around that 1 degree temperature. It's like uniformly cold from bottom to top. So the fish are going to be working the shoreline looking for bait right now. And we just happen to have it that the last few days, this shore that we're on is the wind-blown shores. So that should help us a lot as well. And I'm going to show you with the Wayne rig. It's a simple setup. So all I do on the bottom, I tie on a nice little bell sinker like so. Half ounce or something. I'm gonna go up about 1.5 feet, and I'm gonna thread on this hook without actually tying it onto the line. So you double over your line like this, put it through the eye, and just bring it back around the hook. So the hook now is secure on the line. It can't fall off, but it can also move up and down the line, see? So I can actually move that hook and adjust it accordingly to whatever depth I want it to be sitting at. And then I'm gonna take the smallest, or the second smallest size bobber, another 1.5 to 2 feet above the hook. There's my setup. So you see the bobber, about 1.5 to 2 feet, there's a hook, another 1.5 to 2 feet, there's my sinker. So the sinker is gonna pull the bobber right down under the water, and the sinker is gonna sit on bottom. And this bobber is still gonna float under the water, but it doesn't have enough buoyancy to actually lift up the sinker. This is literally how the rig is gonna sit under the water, and your minnow is gonna be suspended about 1.5 feet off bottom. So it's very similar to ice fishing. It's keeping your bait vertically about 1.5 feet off bottom, and it's not moving. It's in one spot, it's stationary. This is the Wayne rig, and it is very effective, but I do have to say, if you are using this fishing style, and you intend to do a lot of catch and release, if you're not eating them, don't use this. With this style of fishing, you will gut hook a lot of fish. It's very effective, you'll catch a lot of fish, and it's nice because you can just cast your line out, you can sit and you can hang out and just watch your lines. But the fish do seem to really swallow it when you fish like this. I think it's partly because it's harder to see a bite. You have to really watch your line and know what you're looking for. And also just because live bait, they swallow it, so. And we're fishing. One thing I love about spring fishing is that it's simple and it doesn't take a lot of gear. Like in the winter when I'm bringing 150 pounds of gear with me, it's nothing like that. You don't need a boat, you don't need anything expensive. You need just basic fishing gear and you can do this. All we packed was our couple rods. I brought 3 because I brought 1 extra in case one breaks. That happens a lot. So I brought 3 rods, I brought a little net, a dozen worms, a dozen minnows, my 2 little tackle boxes of lures, and my terminal tackle, and that was really it. It's easy to pack for spring fishing, it's light, you really don't need a lot, and that's why I want to show you guys how simple it is to spring fish for brook trout. When the water is cool, that's when you're going to catch the fish right from the shore. Right now we're using kind of both presentations. Leanne is fishing with an active bait, she's casting her Williams wobbler there, and I have my line set with the Wayne rig with just a stationary minnow under a bobber and a sinker. It's good to try both styles, because right now I feel like with it being colder out, it was about 0 last night and it's still only maybe 4 or 5 degrees at best. I think the fish are probably going to be fairly lethargic right now this morning. They're not going to be super aggressive. So that's why I have a kind of a slower presentation on, and Leanne has the faster presentation with the spoon. So we'll see how they're biting, and whenever we get a bite first, then we'll know. Well, Leanne, while I was getting all our fishing gear ready, got us a nice pile of firewood. Look at this. It's almost like she's learned a time or two how to make a fire now in the last year. So windy here today. The wind is blowing right in on us, and it's pretty cold. It's only probably +4, +5 right now. So we're gonna get a nice little fire rolling, warm our fingers up, and we're gonna catch some fish. Windy out. How's my good boy? Oh, he's a good buddy. That's my bandit. I've got a whole bunch of slack in this line now. And with this style of fishing, if you have slack, it generally means something brought it in. Yeah, look at, there's a fish on. Nice trout. I guess I need that net kind too. No rush, everybody. Like I've said before, you gotta enjoy the fight and actually, like, you know, enjoy catching the fish. And believe it or not, I brought a net today to fish from shore. There we go. Look at that. Beauty. Look at the nice colors, eh? Beautiful, beautiful brook trout. Probably up his ass, because like I said, this rig is bad for that. Oh, it's not bad. It's right in his tongue.
What's that, Bandito?
Yeah, so first speckle of the open water season. That's pretty exciting. Leanne and I, what did it bite on? Like I told you guys, the Wayne rig. The Wayne rig works. And this one actually was not hooked badly. He was hooked just in the tongue. So he must not have been chewing it too long. When I cast out the line, I'll reel up a bit of slack and I'll have the line kind of sitting at an angle that I know it's got a bit of tension, but it's also not really slack. So then, the way you can tell if you have a bite, if the fish grabs it and it swims away from your rod, you'll see your rod moving. The rod will start pumping like that. The end of the rod will move. If the fish swims in, which this one did, it came towards the shore and towards the rod, all of my line was coming down straight like this. It wasn't out on an angle. It was coming straight down, and there was a bunch of slack. I could tell there was a lot of slack compared to how I had it set. So that tells me, okay, there's a fish on, and he was swimming in towards the shore with it. First brookie of the open water season. Awesome, and it's good and lively. It's gonna go good. Look at the pretty colors. Show that off. Look at that. Look at how pretty that fish is. Such a nice colored, prettiest fish in the world. That's probably a 15-inch brookie. I'll give him a quick lift out, show him off, and then we'll get him back as soon as I give him a quick show to the camera. Can you see me with it? Just wait, bud. All right, live release. Go get bigger, and we'll catch you in a little while. Good.
Here he goes.
Yeah! Leanne just came and checked your line, and looks like the end of it's bouncing. Now there is a big sucker on there, so give it a pluck. I think that's a fish. Looks to be a fish, hun. Nice. It's even bigger than mine.
Yeah.
Good job. Bit that great big sucker I put on. Good job.
Yeah.
That's a good one. It's a really nice trout. Jeez. Fatty, babe. Oh, and he's hooked perfectly too. Perfect for a release. Look, it right in under the tongue. That's a fat one. Good job.
Do you want to get some footage of me holding it?
Of course I do. So Leanne, you saw the bite and everything, eh?
Yep.
And explain what did it look like. So when I caught mine, there was a lot of slack in the line, but when you had your bite, yours was biting, what happened?
It was pretty tight.
Yeah, it was pulling the line out. So that fish, Leanne went and checked and she said, this looks different than when you set it. And the line was straight out and you could see the tip of the rod was going like this. And I said, that's either that big sucker I put on there or a fish. And then when she grabbed it, it was a fish. And that's a beauty. That's definitely your PB speckle. That's about a probably 16-incher. That's a beautiful fish, babe. Good job. That's a nice one. Look at the pretty colors. Oh. Pretty colors. Here, you can put it back in the net. Okay. Want to let it go? All right, you can do the honors. Gone.
There he goes.
Good job, babe.
And
give me the props.
Goes and bites yours.
Yeah.
We caught 2 fish so far. It's a little chilly. It just started like freezing rain. Just hanging out by the fire now.
Got some snacks.
Yeah.
So far, success, eh? 2 nice trout. Yours was a beauty. Mine was nice too, but yours was even nicer. You always seem to one-up me, eh?
Yep.
Every time we come here, especially at this lake.
We had our first date here. And I caught more fish than you did.
You caught 2 trout and I caught none.
Yeah, you caught a little sunfish.
Yeah.
I have a video of that. You should
put that in here?
Yeah, put that in right now.
What would you look at that? What happened?
I had no idea. I thought it was a weed.
Thought it was a weed.
Reeling it in and
You got
this little guy.
your first ever brook trout. You got another one. You do.
Do I? Oh, friend. Oh,
Flip them in. Oh, look at you.
goodness. I'm a pro.
You're a pro.
Oh
Wow.
my god.
Friggin' right. What is this? Sunfish. Yeah, shore fishing for brookies is just a tradition for us. It's something that we do every spring. When it is early in the season, like now, start of April, you have this possibility that you can actually get out and you can fish them from shore. You get about a month from ice out where the fish are going to be right tight to the shore and you're going to have good bites. It really is just as simple as what we're showing you though. Like it's good to start your day like Leanne and I did with 1 still line and 1 active line. So set a line with either a hook and a minnow or a hook and a worm, and your second line you're going to use something more active like a lure. You're either going to use a spinner or a spoon. I would recommend one of the spoons or spinners that I did in my last video, the top 10 brook trout lures. You can see that video right here. So check that video out if you haven't seen it yet. That's a great place to start for knowing what kind of tackle you're going to need if you want to get out after brook trout like we are right now. Oh, why'd you make this fire so hot? Oh. If you have never shore fished for brook trout, or if you've never even fished for brook trout and you want to try, start with shore fishing. Go in the spring. You've got about 3 or 4 weeks from right now Get out as early as you can. Try it out. When you're at the campsite, cast out a line and let it sit. You'll have success. You'll find success. Been sunny when we got here, and then it was windy, then it calms down, then it froze rain, then it calmed down again, and then it rained really hard. Geez, that's a nice one. Good job on the spinner. Bring him to the net. Nice. Friggin' right. You got one on the spinner. Atta girl. Good job.
It was pretty close to shore too.
Yeah, they bite. That's what I was saying. With the baits, they'll bite right on the shore this time of year.
At first I thought I was stuck on a rock again, but then it was like fighting, so I was like, okay. So I wanted to go back to casting my line instead of sitting around waiting for something to bite. So we put on a spinner.
Yeah, we put on a blue fox, the silver blue fox, my #1 spinner.
Casted it out.
And what was that, like maybe 5 casts?
Yeah, just a few casts with the spinner and pretty much right at shore it bit. And
How far out do you think it was? It was close, eh?
yeah, it was probably like 4 feet.
Yeah, right near the shore.
Yeah, like
They follow it right in this time of year. Like I said, they'll follow it right to the shore. It's good to switch it up and try different things. Like Leanne was getting bored of sitting by the fire and not getting any bites, and the sleet and rain kind of stopped there, so she pulled up her other line and she used the old Zebco here and started casting the blue fox, and sure enough, she got a nice one. Did I miss him? That's okay. Well, got some pictures and it started to squirm, so it jumped back in the lake and it's gone. 3 fish so far. Good job, babe.
Yeah.
That's sweet. On the lure. Now we got to get it untangled from the net. Bandito, what do you think, my bud? Are you having fun looking for zingers? Downside to fishing in the spring.
Like hail.
Literally. Could see it coming from across the lake. I said to Leanne, sounds like heavy rain. That's some friggin' heavy rain. Look at it.
Down.
Look at that for heavy rain. What are we doing?
We are warming up by the fireplace.
Fireplace, yeah.
Fire pit. There was just a downpour of ice pellets.
Friggin' right, big ones. We're just snacking now by the fire, having some prosciutto and some chips, waiting for the next bite. Hopefully one more. If we get one more, then we'll probably get out of here, eh?
The blue skies are starting to come too. Which
They are, right there. So far we got 3, can't complain. It's been a good first day. April 1st, and we didn't make a fool out of ourselves.
Yeah. We put both lines back out.
Yeah, since we're not casting our lure now, we have our 2 lines. Stationary lines sitting out there, the Wayne rigs, so.
Yeah.
Salami. Getting a bite here. Got him. Little guy. Not too big.
Oh, it's tiny.
That's a very little one.
That is tiny.
Oh, he's hooked perfect to let go too.
Oh.
Look where I hooked him.
Let him go.
I'll let him go. Look how pretty that is.
Yeah.
Wow. Aren't they pretty?
Yeah.
Jeez, they're nice. On the Wayne rig. 3 out of the 4 today on the Wayne rig. Beautiful little trout. Just barely bit it. We'll let this guy go. Not big enough for your whole family anyways.
No.
This is a very good way to kill fish. Today was a poor example of that, which I'm happy about, because if you're watching the line, it's not so bad. Like that one, I was just watching the end of the rod and I saw it start to tick, 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 and so obviously there's a bite, right? If you're building a fire, you're getting firewood, or you're setting up camp, and you do set this up, you're likely going to gut hook a fish, because you're gonna leave it sitting for God only knows how long before you look at it, right? And in that time, a fish can grab it and it'll swallow it. So it is a very, very effective way of fishing. It works, as you've seen even today, like it's April 1st, and 3 out of our 4 fish we caught on the Wayne rig, and it works really well. And the fish bite it. You definitely should try it. I highly recommend giving it a try. Just a bobber, a hook, and a sinker. Put a piece of bait on your hook and you're fishing. What do you got to say?
Successful day.
It was a successful day. We spent a few hours out here on the lake and made a nice fire, hung out on the shore, ate some snacks, and we each got 2 fish. We each got 2 trout. You got the 2 big ones. Yeah. I got the 2 little ones, but hey, a trout is a trout. I hope this has inspired you. If you've never shore fished for brook trout before, make sure to try it. Try it early. You got about a month from right now when I'm filming this. You got about a month left until they're gonna stop biting from the shore. So get out there as soon as you can and try the Wayne rig out. Leave a comment and let me know how it works out for you, because I would love to know. My dad's been fishing this style for as long as I can remember, for his whole life. He showed me it. It works great. And today it worked perfectly for letting them all go too. We didn't have to keep any of them, so.
Let them go, let them grow.
Let them go, let them grow. That's right. So we're off. Thanks for watching, everybody. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Until next time, this is the Average Joe's Fishing Show. Good luck out there.